Dudes, what if, like, time isn't forward to backward? What if time is everywhere, man? What if that's time? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. And guess what? We went out to the movie theater. Yes, movie theaters are still open out there, people. And I was able to check this new sci-fi kind of mystery thriller movie, Synchronic. When two paramedics stumble upon a series of bizarre and gruesome accidents, it leads them on a mysterious journey, challenging everything they know about reality. So is Synchronic a wonderful twist and turn reality bending movie? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you thought of Synchronic, if you've already seen that, or I guess in college maybe smoked something called Synchronic. Now let's get into some of the good. So getting right into Synchronic, I feel like I do this with every review. I had no idea what this movie was about. Synchronic, the name, I'm assuming chronic, some kind of drug, and sin, I don't know, sci-fi, I guess. And that's exactly kind of what we got here. But the world, the lore, the story here in Synchronic is what really latched me, really reeled me in here, because it starts off with these two kind of buddies, paramedics, and they stumble upon something that is very weird. And they also kind of showcase the weirdness of this, the sci-fi nature, the reality bending, almost time elements in this movie very well throughout the story, throughout the movie, just dropping you little hints and pieces, but also it does a great job of really breaking down the rules of this synchronic process, essentially, of you can't do this, you can do this, that happens if you do that, and so on and so forth. So I think the idea, the world, the lore was perfectly portrayed here and laid out in such a fashion of being confusing, settling that confusion, a little bit more confusion, and then settling that. Every time something new was introduced, it was explained so you, the audience member, would understand what the hell was going on with reality, with time, with our characters. So I loved that idea and everything that worked in there. But the way that the reality time elements worked was something that I think was unique. I had not seen done in a movie before, that I know of, that I've seen, I guess. Maybe out there someone is going to be commenting, I've seen this before, blah, 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 blah. I haven't. And I really appreciated this unique kind of look of it being this mystery of sorts, but also throwing in those elements of time and reality as well to solve this, going to all of these different places, essentially, no spoilers, places, and the unique way that they were able to craft all of these places that our main characters go, I thoroughly appreciated. Like, it drew me in. It was that, like, that perfect mix of sci-fi, weird, reality, time, what I love and eat up, combined with a great story. So I loved everything surrounding what was put in this movie. But the cherry on top for myself was the performances from our two main leads, Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan. Jamie Dornan, you know, I have him in my mind as the 50 Shades guy. This guy was subdued, perfect, you know, this great counterpart to Anthony Mackie in this movie, and I like their kind of chemistry throughout the film as well, and the kind of brotherhood of them being a paramedic and looking out for Anthony Mackie and vice versa. But Anthony Mackie is the standout for myself. I thoroughly enjoyed everything he portrayed here in this, of being this kind of broken man, of having these problems, of this struggle, of thinking that all of these people in his life, he is living this glorious lifestyle, but very much is just heartbroken, drunk, addicted to drugs, and just kind of a deadbeat. And I loved how he perfectly portrayed that, broke down these walls, and kind of moved on and opened up to more people around him. And that, again, those two boom, 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 combined with what I said up on the front with the lore and the story, Synchronic is awesome. However, Synchronic now, I did have a couple problems with this. Like I said, it's awesome, it's cool as hell. Like, I thoroughly appreciated this movie, but I do think that towards the end of the second act, right into about the third act, where some pieces of the puzzle fall into place and we're leading up to the grand climax of the film, essentially, there were some pacing problems for myself. I thought that it very much was building and very much kind of drops off the ledge for a bit, and very much is kind of subdued. You know, they're tying up or kind of revealing a bit more character development, character interactions that I thought were nice. But I really wanted to get to that end part, that very much climax of the movie, of Synchronic, and I think that it deterred from my enjoyment of the very end right there, but also plot points. Like I said, I love the story, I love the characters, I loved the lore. There were some plot points in this film that were very convenient. Obviously, that's the way everything needs to play out for these characters to understand what is going on, but I thought that it was very much like, how do we get him from A to B to C right in this, and boom, 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 boom. I understand what they were doing here, it makes sense, but it does feel like it's a little bit like, oh, okay, that is very much on the nose, very much convenient for our main character throughout this film. Overall, Synchronic is this reality time-bending movie that is hella cool, with it featuring this unique lore and world and properties that I honestly haven't seen anywhere else, with the story tying everything in and our performances being wonderful, but with a few pacing problems and a few things that were a little bit too convenient. I would highly recommend checking out Synchronic. My buddy from the show, Seth, big shout out to you for recommending this one. I went out to it, absolutely loved it. It scratched that sci-fi weird itch that I've been looking for a while. In closing, I'm going to give Synchronic 4 out of 5 experimental drugs. So what did you think of Synchronic if you've already seen this one, or now very much wanting to get a taste of that chronic, that Synchronic? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, or right over there, you know, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. JBuck Live on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is the live SoCo show. Be sure to tune in for that, ask questions, participate in that. Otherwise, follow all of my social media down there, like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.